From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at Tommy Mac's, of course, back at my bar. And brought to you by our good friends at truckcrashlaw.com. We're talking technology. Once again, James Lampke is here from Robert Half, and he's brought a good friend, Barb Morgan from itel. Let's welcome them in. Hey, Barb, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep, nothing wrong with a little beer at the bar. How you doing, James?
Yeah, cheers, sir.
A little happy hour.
Always
good to see you, my man.
Absolutely.
How's everything?
Yeah, life's good.
Good. All right, Barb, tell us about itel and what you're doing with them.
Yes, so itel, we like to say we are the source for certainty. And so really what that means is for our insurance carriers, when something happens at your house, whether it's like a water leak, storm blows through, which we all know about storms here in Florida. A lot of times our products is what the field is using to make sure that you get a full replacement of exactly what you had.
Okay.
So we are kind of that Switzerland per se, to make sure that, you know, if you have this type of wood, you're going to get that type of wood again.
Okay.
And then we also have the housing division that helps, you know, families who are displaced during storms.
Okay.
And our cabinet repair side of the business. So that's our U.S. presence, and then we have a Canadian.
Okay. And how long you been in technology for? Was that your whole career? Or?
Yes, so a long time.
You must enjoy it.
I do. I love it. I started with my hands on the keyboard. So started as a programmer myself.
Okay.
And that was in 96, I guess.
Okay.
So a long time ago.
What language?
So started in COBOL.
That's what I was going to say.
Which is still alive and thriving, as crazy as it is.
It's coming back.
It is.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not even a tech guy, but I remember
It is.
that.
I mean, they're even adding educational courses in the curriculums here in Jacksonville to teach COBOL again because it's just something they don't want to move. You know, a lot of organizations don't want to move away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked with the Georgia school system when I was with FIS, the previous company, and we talked to them. We said, you know, look, it's still alive and well. There's still a lot of mainframes that are running large amounts of data, and getting that skill set, you know, for the new college graduates is very important. And so they had, I think, 8 colleges up there that were trying it, and it was going very successful. And good to hear that it's coming down here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, more tech being taught in the schools at a younger age is a good thing.
And it's such a big conversation these days. Is making sure that we're educating our students for the need of our local businesses to keep local talent here, right? Because you got the shiny object in California, Silicon Valley, and in these various tech cities where all these big names are going. It's like with anything, you know, everybody thinks they're going to the NFL, but realistically, what's the truth behind that matter? But investing in these students in that technology and creating the interest of things that are like here in Jacksonville to some of the companies that people don't realize are here and some of the technologies that are here. Right. I think that's what our school system is really trying to focus on now is how can we best contribute to the IT leaders of the day and get them the talent.
Yeah. So Barb, day to day, what are you doing with itel? What's your day to day look like?
It's been fantastic. So I've been there, you know, 9 months, and really we provided services and used technology to provide services before, but I was really brought in to kind of really run through the transformation and modernize all of our platforms, get us to more of that cloud first, cloud native technology sets. And so it's been fun. You know, it's been a bit of ripping apart something that worked really great, but something that we now need to be real time and just have that speed and scalability that you can get in the modern tech stack. So for me, it's been fun. You know, we've brought in a lot of new talent. You know, Jacksonville is a great area for talent.
Huge hub, isn't it, for IT?
It is, and it's surprising, you know, as COVID, as we all come out of COVID or whatever we call our new normal, a lot of the East Coast just kind of dripped down. And some of them dripped too far down to Miami. It was too hot for them, so they're coming back up. And a lot of people enjoy Jacksonville just from the sense that you have 3 seasons, and so it's a little more tolerable for the north. So we've been able to get some talent that maybe we wouldn't have been able to get before.
Yeah. Do you think enough young people? Because we talk about it a lot, right? The young kids out there, the young adults out there should be thinking a lot about this code and technology and getting involved, right? I mean, do you think they're doing it, or do you think they still need a little more push towards it?
I think they are. I think as a tech industry, I think the one thing that we have not done well that, with the various organizations that I work with in town really are putting a focus on is we don't advertise it enough, right? The kids of today think technology, I want an app on the App Store. I want a video game. I want this. I want that. But, when you look at the things that are really detrimental to a business, the security, cloud, edge technologies, and, IoT technologies and things like that, that's where the world is moving to.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of organizations in town that are a lot driven by CIOs, CTOs, CISOs in town that are really driving that piece of how do we entertain and interest the talent of today. Yeah. Not only at the collegiate level, because that's too late, but we're talking to kids in junior high and high school now and trying to get that interest level in.
Even before that.
Get them early.
So, with it being... with it being, Women's International Month, I've done a lot of different, talks and interaction and, Sharper Heels, Girls Who Code, some of these just youth programs that are really trying to get that energy up. And they're starting to say, like, hey, it's not in 7th, 8th grade. It's not in high school. We need to start in elementary and show them it can be fun. I also think people think of tech and they do think of very specific things, and even if they expand into that cyber, what they're not realizing is every role has tech now. So teaching the foundations of tech is very important. My product organization, so I have product, data, and technology within my group, and my product owners and product managers, they need to know the tech as well, right? They need to be able to understand, hey, this is, better placed in more of an API store, or this is better placed within our app, or it's better placed here. And so I think expanding that so people understand, if you want to be a design major, you can absolutely still be in tech and be a design major. And that's the education.
As we wrap up, for the young people out there maybe considering, how can they find itel?
Yeah, so we do have not only our online presence, but for me, a lot of it is we are trying to get into the local roots, and whether it's partnering places like this or UNF, things like that. But they can absolutely go to oneitel.com and find our jobs out there.
Awesome. Great to have you on the show.
Yes,
James, always a pleasure, my man.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Barb. All right. Hey, technology, sports, we talk about everything on this show, and you're all welcome to have a seat at this bar, be able to tell us what you're doing out there in our great city of Jacksonville. If you like these kind of conversations, check out many more at iwantabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.